Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to be explaining our September budget. I get paid on the 5th, so it will be my September paycheck number 1. My husband and I both get paid 2 times each month. So I get paid on the 5th and the 20th of each month, and then he gets paid, alternating weeks, so whatever those fall on, but in total we get paid 4 times a month. And I'm very excited because this is our first budget in our new home. Well, it's an apartment, but still, it's new to us. So I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys how I plan to get 2 months ahead on all the bills I have to pay. My husband just pays rent. I pay the rest of everything. Of course, we've paid off all of our credit cards. The only debt we have left is just a student loan. Our cars were completely paid for in cash. So the only debt we have outstanding is just my student loan, which of course, due to the pandemic going on, is in forbearance until December 31st. So once that becomes due, I will have quite a few months. Oh my gosh, how many months would I have? I would have September, October, November, December. I'm gonna be 8 payments ahead of that. So maybe I'll just do a lump sum. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll do an in-depth video on my student loan process, but as of right now, I'm getting too ahead of myself. So let's get into my September paycheck number 1, cash envelope breakdown. Here we go. So as you guys can see, it's obviously not the prettiest thing. Please don't judge. It's a lot of things going on with moving and whatnot. But so rent and utilities were paid for by our new complex this month because that was the deal that we had moving in. So we get 1 month of utilities and rent free. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So the bargaining, I don't even know what you would call it, but the concession, I guess you would call it, the concession for moving in when we did, is the first month of rent is free and utilities are covered by the complex for the first month. So we technically don't have rent and utilities due until October 1st. So I'm going to be, I'm going to be 2 months ahead on utilities this first go around. So basically my plan, to explain a little bit more, is I have a sum in my checking account as of right now that I can pay all of these monthly bills with. My paycheck that I get on the 5th is going to pay for everything for October. The paycheck I get on the 20th is going to pay for everything in November. So I'm going to always be 2 months ahead of my bills with this plan that I've come up with. This may not work for everyone. I totally understand that. My husband and I are in a very fortunate position where I was able to find a job after the pandemic, and then he was able to go back to work relatively quickly, thank goodness. So we're in a very, very lucky predicament, and I totally understand that. But I just wanted to go ahead and just explain how we plan to get 2 months ahead of our bills, basically. So I'm gonna put this to the side so you don't see it over here. And then I know that if you guys watched my last sinking funds video, I showed you all of the sinking funds that I had. That has now been, that's no more. We've taken care of that. I kept the emergency fund, I kept this one, but everything after that has completely and radically changed. So I just wanted to show you. So basically I thought the best option for me would be to actually pull out the funds the day I get paid, file them away in here. We have a safe in our house, so we keep this in the safe. And when those bills become due the next time around, I will just take the envelopes, deposit them in the bank, pay, and be done with it. And that's it. So here we go. Let's go ahead. I'm not using this today. I'm not pulling cash out because, of course, it's only the 1st. I get paid on the 5th, so this is going to be off to the side for a couple days. But I just wanted to show you my plan, basically. So I'll go ahead and explain it, and I'll write it out for everyone. So I'll be right back. All right, guys. So basically, I just wanted to show you what our bills are. I'm not going to show you our income. Yeah, that's totally separate, but I am going to go ahead and just show you guys how I made this make sense in my head. And here we go. Please don't judge my handwriting. Some people say I have really good handwriting. Some people are like, whoa, what? And I'm just like, it's whatever. Okay. So this is going to be our September. My husband's playing video games. I apologize if you can hear him, but he works hard, so he deserves that time. All right, so this is our September 2020 budget. Super random, but anything I have to pay gets marked in red, and anything that comes in is green because money is green. Yeah. So that's why I have the two different colors. But I'm going to go ahead and just write everything out and explain how I kind of came to this idea. So basically, you guys already heard I'm going to do my cash envelopes in the same folder as my sinking funds. So I'm just going to start by writing cash envelopes. And then the little envelope is going to be the amount. So first off, as you guys know, I will always immediately stuff an emergency fund just in case. So of course my husband and I do have a savings account that we contribute money to every time we get paid, but of course it cannot hurt to always have something else on hand. So that is, of course, our idea of an emergency fund. So I contribute to an emergency fund, my husband contributes to an emergency fund in cash, and we each have a savings account. So we have 4 ways of saving. So that's just what works for us. Maybe it'll work for you too. Totally up to you. So the absolute first thing that I pay for when I get paid is an emergency fund. It is a lot harder writing on camera than I thought it would be. And that right off the bat gets $100. Perfect. The second thing that I pay for is utilities. That comes out on the 1st. So utilities in our complex is just water, sewer, trash. Like there's 4 of us on this floor, so we split electric. It's really weird. I've never had to do that before, but we'll see how it goes. But that was unfortunately non-negotiable, which I totally understand. And that is an estimated cost of $80 a month. Next is our internet. The only supplier of internet in Henderson, Nevada is Cox. So of course, as you know, my husband likes to game, and we're really big on like streaming services, Hulu, Netflix, all of that, Amazon Prime. So we actually have the fastest and the most unlimited plan that there is. So that is our internet costs for the month. Amazon, my mom and I share an Amazon account, an Amazon Prime account. I pay for it. It's nothing. She works really hard, so I am not complaining about paying $15, and it helps all of us, so that's perfect for me. Sprint, we have Sprint. We have paid our phones in full, so we just pay this amount for the unlimited services, unlimited data, all of that. So our phones are paid in full. This is the amount we just pay for Sprint, the service, and Hulu itself. Kitties, I don't know about you guys, but I always have pet insurance for my animals. So it was something that I found out about from my first job when we moved to Nevada. My employer actually provided pet insurance. If you had an animal, they just deducted it. They paid for half and you paid for the other half, and it just came out of your paycheck. When I left that employer, I continued with the same company. So now for 2 kitties fully covered, I pay $45 a month, which is amazing. Car insurance, we have Geico. And like I said earlier, our cars are fully paid. They are ours. We paid for them in cash. We saved up, paid for them in cash, so they are fully ours. That is why our car insurance is an absolute steal. Why we have the best coverage is because our cars are paid in full. We are not leasing them. And the doozy, like I said, my student loan is in forbearance until December 31st. If you guys don't know that, if you have student loans through the government, you're good with 0% interest, no payments needed until December 31st. So my first payment is becoming due in January 2021. And like we counted earlier, I will be 8 months ahead on this. So I still have to decide if I want to do a lump sum or maybe just always be 8 months ahead. Haven't decided yet. I really want to get that number down, but we'll see, to be determined. And then these are going to be my husband's bills. Of course, he just pays rent and he contributes to an emergency fund and his savings. I don't know if I'm going to cash flow those, to be honest with you. To be determined. I haven't decided yet. But yes, these are my bills. And then, I mean, I don't know if it really matters, but I can put on here like when I'm going to fund them. So like 5th and 20th for all of them. So, I mean, they're going to be funded twice a month. That's how I came up with I'll be 2 months ahead on everything. Does that make sense? I feel like it does. Let me know down below. I'm not entirely sure. In my head, it absolutely made sense. But if anyone has any other ideas, please let me know. But so my total per paycheck comes out to $920. And of course, this is going to work because I'm starting off with already one paycheck in my bank account and my checking account, and then every time I get paid the next time, I can completely fund one full month. So therefore I can fund 2 months of bills per 1 month of paychecks, if that made sense. I really, really hope it did. But that's just my brief how I plan to pay for 2 months get 2 months ahead on my bills. I hope that made sense. I feel like it did. But the next video I'm going to do will be posted in a few days when I actually get paid, and then I'll go to the bank, bring all the money back, and then we'll stuff everything and just kind of talk a little bit more. But if anyone has any questions, please leave them down below. Subscribe to my channel. We hit 50 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. It means a lot. I just started this channel for fun, and I can't believe that 50 people are actually interested in things that I have to say, which is crazy to me. But nonetheless, this is absolutely amazing, and it's just so much fun for me to do. So hit that subscribe button. Leave your comments down below. Follow me on Instagram. I'll leave a link down below. But I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'll see you later. Bye, guys.